So I'm going to go into trance. Yes, so, yes, yes, yes. So very, very grateful, grateful, grateful to be with you now. Yes, we are basking in the energies of all who will be receiving these words, the frequencies embedded within the words, the frequencies of love, of compassion, of kindness, and so much more. The frequencies that intertwine with the music of the soul. And how grateful we are to this channel and to each and every one of you who are receiving, open to receive these frequencies. We are a new consciousness for this channel. We have no form, nor name, so to speak. And yet, as you receive our frequencies, some of you may receive an image, a name, a feeling, a sensation associated with what is being sent to you now. And we understand, dear ones, that you are familiar with other consciousness channeled by this one, for she has agreed to allow her channeling to be different. And yet, the frequencies that are sent through the words and the energies are embedded in love, unconditional love, which is energy of Source. The Source that resides within each and every human being, every life force on your planet. The Source that is eternal and within each one of you. Some call soul or life force. Perhaps essence, yes. The eternal you, the divine you that is of Source, Creator, God, Goddess, all that is in your vernacular. And this is a source that we say is not based on religion. No, this is a source of creation. A source that is fundamental to all life in all universes and multiverses. A source based in love, unconditional love. And yet, on your planet, dear ones, there is much division, and we understand You have heard this before. You are experiencing it now. And we say to you, do not succumb to the violence, to the division, to the hate. For this is not who you are. This is not of love. And yet those of you who are, we will say, making choices to continue promoting false information, in your vernacular, conspiracies, hatred, separation, and division. We understand that some of you have chosen these experiences, yes, and yet there are those of you who are in this cycle that can still choose to change. You can choose to change what you believe, the type of reality creation that is more positive than the one you're in. And those of you that are in a more positive reality creation, you can choose to be more, we will say, accepting, not liking, but accepting of others who are different than you are. You can choose to grow and expand your own way of being that is less or non-judgmental. You can choose to remember that separation from your divine source, the eternal source of you, is not separate from your humanity. For if you imagine and think of your body, your physicality, as a home for your eternal self, your essence, your soul, your life force, that continues on and on after your physical body returns to the earth, on and on to new adventures, on and on to greater growth and expansion, for you are eternal. And you have choices, dear ones, choices while you are here on the earth plane, choices that will affect the reality in which you live, choices to be kind and compassionate, more loving and able to receive love, for example. Choices to immerse yourself in beauty, acceptance, equality, not better than, nor less than, but equal. Yes, some of you may hold different, we will say, positions in your professional lives and your societal structures, but these are illusions, dear ones. These are part of your own reality creation. And the more you can view them this way, the more you can set aside the separation of classes, of titles, of money, financial standing. For these things contribute more and more to power and ego in many cases, not all, but in many cases. And we will say, dear ones, that the leadership structures on your planet today, more patriarchal, are crumbling. And for some of you, not fast enough, we understand, and yet they are crumbling. And so we offer you hope. We offer you encouragement to be willing to change what you believe to be truth, what reality you would like to create and expand and change for yourself, for your families, your friends. And we understand you have heard this before, dear ones, but the change must begin within yourself. For until you are willing to change what you believe, how you respond to others' choices, how you choose to move forward in your reality, what you value, what you hold most dear, until you change, others around you will not. And we offer you, dear ones, infinite support in the unseen realms. For some of you are connected to the unseen through your angelic realms, the consciousness there, your ascended realms, the ascended masters, yes, their consciousness, to the star beings of which many of you are connected to, your star seed origins. There are limitless numbers of consciousness. We will say limitless levels and layers of consciousness for you to engage with, the more open you are to receive, the more willing you are to set aside your biases, your prejudices, your ego selves. The more and more you are willing to change within yourself. And for significant change on your planet, it does not require the majority of you, no. It does not require the majority of you to be on the same, we will call it the same path of change, to create the new earth in co-creation with Source. And yet each one of you can contribute to the whole, for you are part of the whole. You are not separate. You are part of the greater, not separate. And yet in your, we will say, denser consciousness for many of you, those of you who have not engaged on a more conscious path of self-awareness. For many of you, the physical limitations, the boundaries that you have set can be limiting. And yet, the more you grow in your own self-awareness, the more you grow and accept others and other possibilities, and allow your imagination to engage in your creation. The more you can imagine, the more you can accept, the more limitations you can let go of, the more fun you can allow yourself to have, the more love you will allow yourself to receive and give, the more compassion you have for your fellow beings and for your planet, for your planet has its own consciousness. The more compassion and kindness you can support and love this planet, for it is not a given that this planet will survive the destruction that humanity is imposing and placing on it. For she is crying in her soul, as many of you are. The four-leggeds, the flying beings, cry, as do you. For soul yearns for what is possible. Soul remembers and yearns to remember more. You are more than the limitations you have set. You are more than your experiences. You are more than your physical body. You are more than just a human being. You are more than your mind often will allow you to believe. And so, dear ones, it is time to remember. Remember the power within yourself that resides and is connected to Source. You are a part of Source, not separate. And how beautiful it is to remember this. To remember you are never, never alone. And the more you go within yourself through quieting your thoughts as much as you can, yes, for there is much to distract you on this planet. But the more quiet your thoughts become, the more introspective and contemplative you become, the more you allow yourself to be in the healing energies of nature, the more you remember, the more you ask for help from your guides, from your unseen friends, the more you remember, the quieter your thoughts become. And as been said before by other consciousness that's been channeled, this quieting is a conscious choice. It does not have to be hours and hours each day. No. Making a conscious effort, being open and willing to receive, being open and willing to quiet your thoughts, being open and willing to accept different information, being open and willing to change if you choose, for you have free will. And if you are, we will say, uncomfortable with silence, or sitting still, or lying down, then we encourage you to be in nature, to walk, immerse yourself in that beauty. For each and every life form you encounter has its own consciousness. Immerse yourself in beauty. Let the beauty move within your soul. Let the music of the rippling water, perhaps the pounding waves, the sea life, the animal life, the insects, let their music enter your soul. Let the music of the birds, the songs, enter your soul. And eventually, as your mind quiets more and more, and you become comfortable more and more with silence, let the symphony of the universe enter your soul. For the sounds are there if you allow yourself to listen and hear them. And feel your soul, the yearning that is there. Feel your soul embrace the love that is sent to you through the sounds and music of the universe. Feel yourself immersed in this loving frequency and the beauty that surrounds you. Yes, and feel yourself choose, if you will, to shift your perception, your beliefs. Choose to be willing to change and be different in a different reality creation. One that is more loving and supportive, one that is more kind and compassionate, one that has more beauty in it, one that supports equality, not division or separation, one that is inclusive. Yes, your reality, dear ones, is yours to create through your choices, through your response to others, rather than engage in hateful words and conflict and confrontation. You can walk away. You can choose to be active in other ways that are more positive to help change this planet, to help change yourself. For the more you engage in these hateful encounters, yes, violent encounters, divisive encounters, the more energy you feed into them. Yes, you can observe. You can participate, as many on your planet are doing, peacefully. Yes, and change can come about peacefully. Rather than feed the divisive, violent, or hate. Feed it with peace and love. Stand shoulder to shoulder with those who are like-minded. And create change through peaceful interaction. For some of you, it will be more physical and present. For others, it will be through intention, prayer, and meditation, individually or with groups. Others of you through your art, through your music, through your writing, your words. Intentionally, consciously, embedded with love and peace. These actions, too, can make a difference. And so, we encourage you in all of your interactions, in all of your choices, to look through the lens of love, compassion, and kindness. For this is how change takes place, dear ones, and yet the first place is within yourself. Yes, yes, we are so very grateful for this time to speak with you. We are so grateful to see and observe the shift and change on your planet, for the opportunity to create a more beautiful, peaceful, and loving reality is there. It's up to you. And we in the unseen realms are here to assist. We in the unseen realms shower. In each and every moment, we shower you with encouragement and love. Open yourselves to receive what we freely give. And it's with great love that we extend to you, dear ones, and say goodbye for now. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for listening and being open to receive what has been freely given to you. Although there is no name for this consciousness, the love that is freely expressed through the words and the frequencies is there. It was great gratitude. I am grateful to have been able to channel through the blending with this consciousness. I am Victoria, and my heart is with you. Thank you.